Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at stampinUp.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Thank you so much for joining me for this video today. It is part of the Creative Inking blog hop and we are focusing on Sale-a-Bration Coordination. So, as most of you know, it's celebration season, and that means with each $50 that you order, you get to choose some free items. We have level 1 items and level 2 items with your $100 order that are absolutely free. The Painted Seasons, along with the Painted Seasons Designer Series paper as a bundle, you can get free both of these with your $100 order. During the month of March, Stampin' Up! Came out with a fantastic promotion called Sale-a-Bration Coordination, where we have some coordinating dies that match some of the celebration stamp sets. And today I'm focusing on the Painted Seasons. So this is the beautiful stamp set. These are some of our distinctive images. And then we have matching framelits that can coordinate with the stamp set. The framelits are either $27 or $28. The stamp set along with the Designer Series paper is free with your $100 order. Also during the month of March, we have a promotional stamp set called More Than Words. A lot of the greetings in here coordinate with several of our Sale-a-Bration stamp sets, and this funky little punch called the Story Label Punch, which is part of the March Sale-a-Bration Coordination promotion. Wow, that's a mouthful. So I have some really neat cards to show you today. I whipped something up that was quick and simple, but I think it utilizes the gorgeous Designer Series paper that's part of this bundle of products. So let's get started here. I am going to bring in a lemon lime card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5. And we're going to fold that in half and burnish it good. And then I have a piece of basic black. This is 3 3/4 by 5. A piece of Whisper White for the inside that is 4 by 5 1/4. A white panel for the front that is 1 3/8 by 3 3/8. And then I've got 3 pieces of the Painted Seasons Designer Series paper. Each one of these pieces is 1.5 by 3.5. First thing I'm going to do here is decorate the inside of our card. I'm going to bring in Pool Party and Lemon Lime Twist. These are 2 of the colors that are featured in the Designer Series paper. And I'm going to bring in this distinctive little succulent. It's just such a cool little flower. We're going to ink that up in Pool Party. And then we're going to do a rock and roll technique. And what that is I'm just going to touch the outside of the stamp onto a different color of ink. Now you may get some ink on your block. Don't worry about that. It's not going to hurt a thing. And I'm just going to stamp this on the inside of the card. And look how pretty that is where that color is kind of variegated. You can see where I've got the lemon lime twist around the outside with the Pool Party on the inside. And then for the inside greeting, I brought in my watercolor words. I like these funky little fonts, and I'm going to be using the Happy Birthday stamp with Memento black ink. I thought that would kind of go along well with the front black layer. So we're going to get that inked up, and we're going to stamp that right on this inside panel. And we are ready for assembly of the inside. And I think that's going to be just a really nice pop of color when my birthday recipient opens this card. Now for the front of the card, I've got my black and my panels here. And if you want to, you can put these back together just like a puzzle. I think, yep, this one went right here. And let's see where this one goes. It doesn't go there. It must go down here. Yep, there we go. If you want to, you can put them right back in order just like a puzzle. I always think that's kind of fun. Let's not mix them up again. And I'm just going to add my top panel. And I'm leaving the same margin around the top and right and left side. Then I'm going to bring in my bottom panel. And this pattern is small enough that you wouldn't have to make it match up like a puzzle. But I just thought it was kind of a neat idea. And then our last one goes right in the middle here. I always like using designer series paper with these types of panel cards because I think it gives your card just such a neat pop. Okay, now what are we going to do with this? Well, this is where we're going to bring in the more than words, and I've had a lot of people request that I show them how to use this Wishes double stamp. This is a two-step stamping process, so we're going to do that. Now you could do it by mounting it on blocks, but I'm going to bring in the Stamparatus to show you how I would do it on here. Our grid paper, this is our small grid paper. This fits perfectly into the Stamparatus. And I've already got that set up here. Now when I'm using small little layers like this, I like to kind of keep them in the middle of my Stamparatus. They just seem to stamp better that way. And I have taken my pencil and I've marked right here so that if I wanted to make a whole bunch of these, I know that I need to set this right here for where I'm going to line my rubber images up for. And we're going to put those magnets in here. Make sure you keep your magnets away from each other. As you can see, mine have broken because they snapped together and they will break. It doesn't make them work any less. They still work fine, but if you don't want broken magnets, you're going to want to keep them apart. Okay, I'm going to bring in this Wishes stamp now, and I'm going to put this down in the middle bottom of my Whisper White layer, and that looks really good. I'm going to pick that up, and then once we stamp this, we're going to use the second portion of the Wishes. So let's get this done first. I'm going to ink this up with Pool Party ink. Oh, let me make sure I have that inked good. It didn't feel like I had a good push on that ink pad. Okay, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Now I'm going to bring in the second part of the Wishes, and I'm going to lay that right over top. Now I'm standing up so I can see directly over top of this image, and you can see as you move it around, and I know it's probably hard to see in the camera, but I can see it in real life, whether you're getting this lined up properly. Again, you could use your blocks to stamp this. This is not hard, but I just wanted to show you how this is done in the Stamparatus and how I would line this up. So I'm going to pick up my stamp, and now I'm going to ink this up with Lemon Lime Twist. Don't worry if you get any ink on your plates here, that won't hurt a thing. And you're going to push this right down, and look at that perfect alignment. That turned out great. This is the first time I've done it this way. I have a bunch of cards to show you using this layout in different colors and different paper. All the other cards I stamped this by hand with just on my blocks by looking at it because it really is quite easy to use. I thought I should really try out my Stamparatus and see how that works. Okay, we're going to move this off to the side. I'm going to bring my piercing mat back in here and my black ink. And also in this More Than Words stamp set, we have not only the wishes, but you have all these words that are a much smaller font. And I like the birthday, so I'm going to stamp that right up here. Make sure I have good ink on there. Stamp that right up here on this layer. And doesn't that look cool together? I love the difference in the fonts. I think that's just a really neat look. All right, I wanted to embellish this with our candle embellishments. So I've got these, they're self-adhesive. They've got just a little piece of adhesive on the back. I'm going to use my pokey tool to peel off that backing. And I'm going to take this and put this right over my eye. And isn't that a cute little embellishment for our card? Okay, let's finish putting this together. This is a super simple card. You can make up a ton of these. I am going to add, whoops, my panel layer to the front. And then I decided to pop these up on dimensionals. And I'll show you the difference between the cards that I made previous to the video and then what I decided to do with this one. Because I didn't do as much on the other cards as I should have. And then, of course, once I started looking at this card to put together, I'm like, oh, I should have done this. So this one is a improved version. And I just smeared that, but I'm going to go ahead. Oh, this isn't even the right size. Where did I get this? Hey, you guys, I used the wrong size here. Let me see if I can get that off. Doggone it. So hang tight. Because we've still got this set up in our Stamparatus, I think we're going to be okay here. I can just make a new one. Let me see. I'm going to have to probably move this. Yep, I'm going to have to move this a little bit. So you see how easy it is to make boo-boos? That looks pretty good. All right, now I'm going to bring my magnets in so I can hold my paper in place. There we go. And we're going to do pool party here. And I'm going to ink this up, whoops, with the lemon lime right away because we can stamp these really nice and quick. I'm glad I didn't take these off my Stamparatus, right? Make sure that lines up good. Yep, perfect. What? Okay, let's get our little candle back on there. Sorry about that. I just happened to grab a scrap of white that was on my desk and thought it was the layer that I should be using. And I know, right? Everything always goes perfect at home when you're stamping too. No, I know that's not true. You guys have told me before. Okay, before you put that candle on, if you're going to stamp the script font of birthday, you should probably do that first. But I'm going to do it now anyways because I keep forgetting to use it. Oh my gosh, that looks so nice, doesn't it? Yeah, so there you go. There's your don't do tips from Kelly today. You know I'm always filled with a lot of those don't do tips. It seems the more I stamp, the more I get to show them to you. That's okay. I know you guys are always very kind. And I'm just going to put this right in here. There we go. What do you guys think? Pretty simple card, right? I love this paper. And now let me show you the other designs that I made. I've got the pine cone and pine bows. And notice how neat the birthday looks on here. I forgot to do that on this layer. I should have moved this down and put that birthday up there, but I didn't think of it. And then we've got that beautiful pine cone in here and the happy birthday again. Here comes, oh, by the way, this is Crumb Cake with Early Espresso, and then I use Lemon Lime Twist and Call Me Clover ink here. This one is Mango Melody with Poppy Parade, and again, mango and poppy ink here, and some Call Me Clover on the inside. And then we've got this one. I love these beautiful flowers. This is Grapefruit Grove and Petal Pink with the ink and Early Espresso for the layer behind the panels. What do you guys think? Super, super easy card to make. I love using all the different designer series paper designs, right? oftentimes we pick out our favorites out of here and then we never use the other papers. This is a way that you can use all the papers in the Painted Seasons to make some gorgeous birthday cards. Right, if you would like to get your hands on any of the products that I've shown you here today, remember that you can get the Painted Seasons stamp set along with the Designer Series paper with your $100 order for free. You can also get the paper by itself with your $50 order, and you can buy these coordinating framelits during the month of March only. They're called the 4 Seasons framelits. They coordinate with the Painted Seasons. And then don't forget, we have the More Than Words and the Story Label Punch that are also part of the March promotion. So you've got a lot of things to choose from. If you would like to place an order, I always appreciate your business. You can click right up here. That'll take you right over to my blog. You'll find an online ordering button in the right-hand column. If your order is under $150, make sure you use this host code. That always gives you special perks with me. If your order is over $150, don't use the code. You will get your own stamping rewards and you'll still get special perks from me. Click down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. And make sure you go back to my blog to hop along on the Creative Inking blog hop, where everybody's going to be showing you ideas using the Sale-a-Bration Coordination products. And I'd just like to thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend it with me. Have a fabulous weekend. Bye-bye.